Sheeps like weed. I like weed too. Welcome to my channel. Hello guys and welcome to the second episode of From Military to Mallorca. Today I want to talk about how we arrived in Mallorca and I hope you enjoy it. So when we arrived in Mallorca and it was like 10 o'clock by then, we didn't really have much of a plan because we didn't book a hotel for the first night because we thought, yeah, we're in Mallorca, so we're gonna party anyways. So our plan was just to go to this one famous beach there is there. It's called the Ballermann and it's popular for German drinking and that's fucking great. And in theory, this beach is really close to the airport, but practically it was still like 4 kilometers, so we had to walk quite a distance. And there was a big problem. There was actually no footpath on Google Maps, and so we had to find our own way, because we were on a budget trip and we really didn't feel like spending money on a bus. So there we were, walking around on deserted airport parking lots and looking for a way to the beach. And as we were walking on those pretty nasty roads, I mean like we had to walk across some streets and shit, we saw some guys walking in front of us and we thought to ourselves, maybe they're looking for the same thing as we are, because they pretty much looked like drunk German tourists. And as we approached them, they actually were drunk German tourists, which was great. But what wasn't great is that they didn't have an idea either how they could get to the beach. But we decided to team up and somehow with our combined effort we found a way. And I'ma be straight up, it was a pretty sketchy path. It was not lit at all. There was like an old bridge over a fucking highway, and like after walking for like 10-15 minutes on this path, we actually could hear the sea and we knew that we were getting closer to our target. And then we actually saw the ocean, and at that point I hadn't eaten all night. And you know what was right next to the ocean? A fucking KFC that was still open. Oh, it was so excited. We absolutely got a nice chicken sandwich and it was a very nice arrival in Mallorca. But at that point there wasn't really much going on at that beach. But as we found out, the Ballermann itself is about 6 kilometers long. So we still had to walk quite some distance to get to some party spots. So, of course, first we tried buying some liquor, and so we went into a random store that was still open and we wanted to buy a beer. And the guy at the counter wouldn't sell it to us because at the time Corona was still in full blast going on, and somehow there was a law on this fucking island for partying Germans that they couldn't sell any alcohol after 10 o'clock. I mean, this island is fucking known for drinking and they can't sell alcohol after 10 o'clock. We were so fucking disappointed. But luckily, the store clerk, he was able to make an exception and we got like 2 cans of beer. We drank some beer and we went on our way. And as we were walking down the street, we were approached by a young African American man who didn't speak much English, but he had something that I really wanted. He offered us some weed. So I told him I was interested and he went away, dug some shit out of the sand, and I'ma be straight up, it was a tiny ass baggie, but it was packed to the brim. And he was like, I want 50 euros. And I was like, I'm gonna give you 20, not more. Give it to me for 20 or I'm gonna leave. And he gave it to me and it was a great fucking deal. So guys, I hope you enjoyed the second part of this mini series and consider to subscribe for more, because there's gonna be more episodes coming out soon, and trust me, the great stories aren't over. This holiday was an absolute blast. So keep blazing!